If you want to sell your property by yourself without using a realtor, in this video I'll show you 5 tips that will definitely help you to get it done so you can save that 5 or 6% commission that I know you want to avoid, and also you don't have to deal with those annoying realtors like me that call you every single day to get the listing. When you see tip number 1 and number 5, trust me, you will laugh at how simple they are, but yet this is where most homeowners fail. So pay attention. My name is JesusEvalbuena. I'm a realtor in South Florida. Please like and subscribe to help me grow this channel and give more valuable information to people like this. And of course, if you decide that selling your property by yourself is not for you, feel free to reach out, Miami, Broward, or Palm Beach. This is my contact information. If you are out of Florida, you can reach out to me for a consultation as well. It's free, or maybe I could give you a referral, who knows. So let's get this party started with tip number 5, which is take good pictures. As simple as it sounds, a lot of homeowners do not use good pictures. Well, sorry, I take it back. A lot of homeowners use terrible pictures, and I don't know why, because this is the first thing that the buyer will see. That buyer that will potentially pay top dollar for your house, that is the first thing that they're going to see. So everything has to be perfect from the beginning. So these pictures should be taken by a professional photographer. I've seen all kinds of pictures, shaky pictures. You can see the thumb in the picture. A lot of homeowners take a screenshot. It's crazy. So it's about money. Trust me, it might cost you money. I had buyers that turn down listings just because the pictures do not look good. They're not attractive. And maybe the actual property is better in real time, but we just don't know. Now we go to tip number 2, which of course are open houses. Open houses is a very effective and known method used by everybody, including me, as a way to showcase your property and attract potential buyers. I totally recommend this. It's very good. If you decide to do an open house during the weekend, make sure to do it between 10 a.m. and 5 p.m. during the weekday, after 5 or 6 p.m. when people are on their way home from their work. But also you have to promote this open house. Let's say you want to do this open house on a Saturday. During the week you have to promote it. So the more people know about it, the more people show up. So hopefully you sell it. You have to tell everybody in your neighborhood. You can do flyers about it. You can also put it on websites like Zillow or Facebook. Facebook has an option called Boost Post. And what it means that it's going to show it to a lot more people than just your friends. Of course, you have to pay. You decide how much you want to pay, $5, $10, or $20 per day, but it's gonna give you a lot more exposure and hopefully you find that buyer. I've used it and it has worked for me, so hopefully you get lucky yourself as well. Now we go to number 3, which is related to number 2, so I'll be brief, and it's pass the word. Everybody and their grandmother has to know that you have a house for sale, so you have to let people know. Talk to people at parks, local restaurants, real estate lawyers, realtors, offer some commission. I know you want to say commission, but it could help just a little bit. And of course, sites like Zillow, Facebook, Instagram, the good old sign of for sale by owner, it never fails. Try to do everything within your capacity to have a bigger reach and let people know that yes, you have a house for sale. Now, I want to make a parenthesis in here and disclose that yes, you can sell your house without a realtor. You don't need a realtor and you will most likely sell by yourself. No questions asked. But I also want to tell you that the seller typically nets more money in their pocket by using a realtor even after paying that 5 or 6% commission. Why? Well, using the exposure the MLS has plus the good job that the agent you hire does, the listing is going to get a bigger and better exposure so we can find that buyer that will pay top dollar for your house. In the last 2 years, it has been very easy to sell a property. You just had to put it on Zillow and then you had a line of buyers in front of your house. Now this is 2023, the market is changing, so selling a property is more than just Zillow, open houses, etc. Having said that, yes, you will most likely sell your house, but it's about money at the end. Now we go to tip number 4, which is don't fall for realtor tricks. Yes, amigos. Some realtors may pressure you into believing or doing some things that you don't really want to do. They may trick you into believing that your house is worth much less than what you were asking. They may pressure you into signing, like they give you 2 hours to sign. They may claim that the repairs needed to be done on the property are much higher than what you were thinking, especially if it's an investor in South Florida. These people are sharks. So you gotta be aware of everything that is going on. Call your friend, call a realtor, call your lawyer, or call me for a consultation, but do not sign anything that you are not ready to do, because again, it may cost you money. Now we go to tip number 5, last but not least, and is set the right price. Setting the right price is essential and perhaps the most essential element when selling a property. We as homeowners think that our property is the very best on the city, so we typically tend to overprice a little bit. Try to be objective and keep in mind that properties on the MLS typically sell for a little bit more. So make sure to ask for a second opinion. I could give you one, but try to find that sweet spot, because if you sell too fast, maybe it's that you underprice it, but if it sits too long on the market, maybe you overprice it, and you don't want a property for too long on the market, because the longer it's on the market, the less desirable it is to buyers. Okay, these are 5 tips that will definitely help you. I hope you find this useful. I could give you many more, but I don't want to make this video too long. So make sure to make a comment or reach out if you have anything to say, and hasta la vista.